Hi guys, I am today with quite nice strategy. I love it when it's simplified, but I love it when there's a few indicators and this indicator is not like one line or something like that. Today is going to be my favorite one, the MACD, and it's going to be combined with the ADX and it's going to be combined with the zigzag. And this is my zigzag reaction. But anyway, ADX and the MACD is a combination, is a love in one. So let's start and let's check. So here's the chart, here's the currency pairs, because 1 minute is already chosen as a time. Biggest payout, here's 1 minute as I told you. Here's the candles, it's gonna be 15 seconds, more classy one for us. Here's the ADX, and let's start with this. With this looks, and here's MACD, and together with the ADX with all these lines and plus candles, it looks like a monster. And I'm gonna add this indicator too. It's gonna be the zigzag. You know that I do not love it a lot, just because sometimes it is quite useless, and in some cases you even can't see it. But anyway, this is what we're gonna use today. We will try to combine all three indicators and not to forget none of it. And look how these lines of the ADX and MACD and the chart, not the zigzag, are just combined, and what lines are actually repeating, what we are seeing, and that actually help us to trade without any even specific knowledges. Let's start. And this one, I'm gonna change the amount of money that I'm gonna trade, and look at that situation. I could tell you that it's gonna be the downward movement, and I'm gonna tell you why. Look at all of it. Look at the zigzag that is showing us we're getting upward. Look at the MACD showing us we're getting upward. Look at the ADX. All three lines do not give us any specific signs, but I could tell you that's a little bit like we're getting upward too. So I wanna just wait till the end and show you what actually I've been seeing here. So look at that. It's actually not the perfect situation, just because so many different candles changing itself. And what I've been actually telling, that we are somehow, especially it's perfectly seen on MACD, we are somehow at the highest peak right now. And it's actually just because of the candles that we are having on the MACD, and just because ADX line are so unstable. We are just seeing so unstable lines, and this green line of the ADX showing us we're getting actually downward mostly. So as I told you, in some cases zigzag is even additional for me, or quite the indicator that it just misguided me, because I do check, you know, the whole tendencies with zigzag, but it doesn't actually matter, or it doesn't mean that it's gonna be just like that. Let's try more situations. So here it's gonna be quite safe. Look at the chart, look at this quite a big picture, and look at what we are having. All lines here without any excuses, without any, I don't know, tricky stuff, showing us we're getting downward, and we just enter it like that. Look at this green candle. I hate it, but it's gonna be the downward trend. I promise. Let's check. So look at that. I hope you do remember that with the MACD, we do check the green line, and when this green line just below the orange line, we are expecting the downward trend. And look at the candles of the MACD. So the downward trend just started because we are firstly below zero, and then some orange candles just rising, and the ADX green line still showing us we're getting some smooth but downward trend, and zigzag is just as a combination showing us we're still getting downward too. So let's go next. And again, green line of the MACD just getting downward, and the candles are below zero, but they're trying to be green, but just changed. Look at the ADX. It is just at the highest position, just at the peak, so we do predict that it may break downward. And look at the zigzag, just at the point, still getting downward. Let's see. So 10 seconds left, and it seems like quite correct. Seems like it's all done, and we gotta get the first profit and the second, and the second one. So just got it, and look, still look at all these indicators, still the same, and it was quite enough timing actually to make a little bit maybe more bets, but it started a little bit to get in some breaks. So let's check another situation. And again, I do not do it for purpose, but there's just lots of situations like that. Still the same situation, and I just want to make you some point of it that it's, in that case, it's quite safe. And MACD green line below the orange line, ADX green line showing us we're getting smooth but downward, zigzag showing us we're getting downward. If you find this combination, you need to be attentive, but you could be at least maybe 70 or 80% sure that it's going to be just the downward trend. So that's why actually I told you about 70 or 80, just because MACD line could actually be closer and closer, and the more closer it, the more we could predict that it's going to be some changing. I do hope you remember, if the lines of the MACD are crossing, we are expecting the change of the trend. So this is still correct for us, but it was some magic, because the whole tendency was correct. So all of us were correct because the chart are actually getting downward. So just in this, in the moment, in this minute, in this 1 minute, of course, something actually could happen, but still with the big indicators, with the big tendency, we could actually predict that and make as a profit. So let's make it the last one, and still I see that it's going to be the downward trend. First of all, we're just at the peak, and we couldn't be at this peak forever, so we are expecting it's going to be some changing. And already, while I've been actually changing the sum, I've been detecting some orange candles. And look at that. Look at the MACD line. Yep, it's still rising, but look at the candles. We are expecting some crossing, and after the crossing, we are expecting the change of the trend. Look at the ADX line. A little bit flat, but flat like getting downward after. Or maybe this is my assumption. Maybe this is what I actually want to see in that case, but let's check it. 5 bets with downward trend, and big orange candle just started to prove that I'm right. It actually been happening a lot while I've been just keeping all of that. But anyway, the tendency, look at that. So we are getting closer and closer, and every ADX line still getting closer, and we just had it, and all of that just as a profit. Just as I told you, I've been seeing that just in advance, and with the MACD, I love this indicator. It is quite safe because there's a few lines of it, and there's some specific sign that we're gonna cross, and after that crossing, we're gonna change. And sometimes, of course, you are seeing it's gonna be some crossing, but they are just getting again, just getting far away again and again. But it doesn't happen quite often. So we just got lots of emotions out of it, just because just had it all as a profit. So we're done, we got it, and you may feel it, you may see just in my eyes how happy I am to show something that actually is quite interesting for me also. And with some beginner strategy, I do love, it for the things that I could explain, that I actually feel I can give you some hints, I can give you bring some light, just on the all trading itself. But with different strategies, with difficult strategies, it is like, you know, when you just feel the pure, I don't know, the pure trading, the pure like adrenaline, the pure rush. And I love it also. And I hope you love it too. And I do expect any comments, any feedbacks on what level of strategies you want to see. I do just follow it. And text me if there's something unclear. I can give you all answers. If you can give me all questions, all the links just below this video or in my bio. And stay tuned. We're gonna get for some more.